Well, in his new book, author Michael Lewis introduces us to Buford T. Slade, and his eccentric ways will have you looking at the world in a whole new way. We're so happy to have Michael with us this morning to tell us about this interesting book. I was flipping through it just a little while ago, and it's a good, just sit down and read a couple and keep going. Tell us about the book.
The main character's name is Buford T. Slade, and I would just describe him as an everyday average Joe. Just a working guy, the guy you would see wearing a ball cap and jeans and a work shirt and have a rag hanging out of the back of his pocket, working down in the shop. It's the book is about him and his everyday observations and perceptions and opinion on just things he happens to see in life.
All right, and how did you even get to writing these? What started it all?
I actually wrote these as a bunch of short stories and submitted them as letters to the editor to one of the local newspapers here in town, and he was putting them in the newspaper as letters to the editor, not telling anybody that it was, these were a fictional person. And after a while, I had about 50 or 60 of these put together, and I thought, I wonder if anybody would want to publish these. So I just found a publishing company that would accept them, and there it was.
All right, I'm always curious what your day job is. What do you do for a living?
I am a high school teacher. I teach computers and technology and business classes at SkyTech High School. Been there 10 years now.
But I've heard that this is not your first collection of writing.
I've always enjoyed writing. People have asked me, about writing, and I've always enjoyed writing. I have a Facebook page, and it's kind of my outlet, just to put my little thoughts and opinions as well out there. I think writing is, you have to be creative in a way. This is certainly not an academic type book. This is the kind of book that everybody can just hopefully sit down, read, laugh, and maybe spark some thoughts.
All right, tell us about the common sense that you write about in this book. I know we all could use a reminder in some of this common sense, but give us some examples.
Oh, have you driven down 169? People need common sense. The way people drive, the way people act, the way people dress. When you go to the department store, the mall, or Walmart, I'm the kind of person I could actually just sit and just watch people. People fascinate me. Just sitting in the middle of the mall at Christmas time, just watch people, because they're just fascinating. People need common sense. I think we need to get back to the idea of just common sense. And as far as the gravy aspect of it is, gravy goes with everything. You go to some big family get together, you have a big bowl of mashed potatoes, and no one eats it. But you put gravy beside it, and it's gone. Gravy, you have to have gravy.
It makes everything go down a little more smoothly.
It does. It's like sugar.
Great. So real people inspired this, but it's written in fiction.
There's probably only 2 stories in the book that actually kind of make me think, or I guess allude to real people. One is a story about where Buford proposes to his wife at Casa Bonita, which I did. I'm sorry. I may not be the greatest classy guy around, but and one other story. So, but all of the other characters are fictional, strictly fictional. I think people look at this and they read it, they say, oh, this person reminds me of my uncle or my grandfather or whoever it might be, but they're really just fictional people. I think it's a good book that people can kind of read and say, yeah, I can connect with that.
Or I know someone who's done that.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, well, we want to get everyone out there able to get a hold of your book. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and sharing your common sense with us. Michael Lewis, Common Sense with a Side of Gravy, Thoughts on God, Country, and Family. It's available in stores and online. You can look them up www.tatepublishing.com/bookstore.